ultimate Aussie adventure starts now. Okay, so like Canberra, right? Not just some random city on the map. It's the capital of Australia. I know, you probably thought it was Sydney or Melbourne. Don't worry, I get it. But trust me, Canberra is low-key amazing. We're talking stunning architecture, mind-blowing museums, and nature that'll make you forget your phone for a hot sec. Get ready for some seriously cool facts, and maybe, just maybe, I'll convince you to add Canberra to your travel bucket list. No pressure or anything. First up, the Australian War Memorial. This place is more than just a monument. It's a journey through time. Okay, I know what you're thinking. A war memorial? Sounds kinda intense. But trust me, it's an experience you won't forget. And yeah, it is, but like, in a good way. It's intense in a way that makes you appreciate the sacrifices and stories behind the history. It's not just about battles and stuff. It's about real people and their stories. You get to see the human side of history. You'll see letters, diaries, personal belongings, things that make history feel, like, weirdly relatable. It's like stepping into someone else's shoes for a moment. Plus, the architecture is seriously impressive. The design of the building itself is a work of art. Like, imagine a giant dome surrounded by these archways, and it's all super peaceful and serene. The atmosphere is almost meditative. It's actually kind of emotional, but in a way that makes you want to learn more, you know? It stirs something inside you. Definitely worth a visit, even if history isn't usually your thing. You'll leave with a new perspective and maybe even a newfound appreciation for the past. Next, we're hitting up Parliament House, which is basically the Aussie version of the White House, but like, way cooler. It's the heart of Australian politics and where all the big decisions are made. Imagine a place where history is written every day, and you get to be a part of it, even if just as a visitor. This place is massive, and the design is all about symbolism and democracy and stuff. The architecture is a blend of modern and traditional elements, representing the unity and diversity of Australia. Every corner of this building tells a story, from the grand halls to the intricate details. You can actually go inside and watch the politicians debate, which, let's be real, is probably more entertaining than reality TV. It's like watching a live drama unfold with all the passion, arguments, and occasional humour. Plus, it's a great way to understand how the government works. Don't quote me on that. But seriously, it's an experience you won't forget. The energy inside is palpable, and you might even catch a glimpse of some famous politicians. Anyway, even if politics isn't your jam, the building itself is worth checking out. The sheer scale and beauty of it are breathtaking. It's a masterpiece of design and a symbol of the nation's democratic values. There's this huge grassy roof that you can walk all over, and the views from up there are insane. You get a panoramic view of Canberra, and it's the perfect spot to relax and take in the scenery. Plus, gotta get that Insta-worthy shot with the flagpole, right? It's one of those iconic spots that you just have to capture. So, make sure your phone is charged and ready for some epic photos. Okay, so Lake Burley Griffin is basically the heart of Canberra. It's this massive artificial lake right in the city centre, and it's so pretty it almost looks fake. Almost. You can rent paddle boats, go for a jog, have a picnic by the water. It's the perfect place to just chill and soak up the good vibes. Plus, you get these amazing views of all the important buildings, like Parliament House and the National Gallery. Hot tip, come here at sunset for the ultimate golden hour selfie. You're welcome. Chapter 4. National Gallery of Australia. Art that doesn't make you feel dumb or right. Art museums. They can be kind of intimidating, right? You walk in and suddenly feel like you need a degree in art history just to understand what's going on. Like, am I supposed to understand this? What's the artist trying to say? Is there some hidden meaning I'm missing? But the National Gallery of Australia is actually really cool and approachable. It's a place where you can just enjoy the art without feeling out of place. They have a huge collection of Indigenous Australian art, which is absolutely stunning and so unique. The stories and history behind these pieces are incredibly rich and fascinating. Plus, they always have cool exhibitions going on, like photography, fashion, design, stuff that everyone can get into. It's not just traditional paintings and sculptures. And don't even get me started on the building itself. It's an architectural marvel that stands out in the cityscape. It's this crazy modern design with these huge, colourful murals on the outside. The building alone is worth the visit. It's like an art piece in itself. You can spend hours just exploring the exterior before you even step inside. So if you're ever in Canberra, make sure to check it out. You won't regret it. Chapter 5. National Museum of Australia History, but make it fun. If you want to learn about Australian history and culture without, falling asleep, the National Museum of Australia is the place to be. They have all the usual stuff, artifacts, documents, historical objects, but they present it in a way that's actually engaging. Think interactive exhibits, multimedia displays, and even a whole section dedicated to Australian cinema. Plus, the museum itself is an architectural masterpiece, all curves and angles and weird shapes. It's like walking into a futuristic spaceship or something. Chapter 6. Questacon, where science meets pure chaos in a good way. Okay, Questacon is basically a giant playground for anyone who's ever wondered how things work. It's a science and technology museum, but the fun kind. We're talking hands-on exhibits, mind-bending illusions, and experiments that might just make your brain explode. In a good way, obviously. You can learn about physics, biology, technology, all that good stuff. But you're too busy having fun to even realise you're learning. It's perfect for kids, but honestly, I think adults have even more fun here. Just saying. For the best views in Canberra, head straight to Mount Ainslie Lookout. You can hike up there, drive, or even bike if you're feeling ambitious. And trust me, the view from the top is worth the effort. You get this insane panorama of the entire city, with all the landmarks laid out before you like a map. Parliament House, Lake Burley Griffin, the War Memorial, it's all there. Pro tip, come here at sunrise or sunset for some truly epic lighting. Just make sure your phone is charged because you're going to want to take a million pictures. Okay, the National Arboretum might sound kind of boring, but hear me out. It's basically this massive park filled with trees from all over the world. Like thousands of them. It's so peaceful and serene, you'll forget you're even in a city. You can wander through the different forests, have a picnic under the trees, or even check out the bonsai collection. And the best part? There's a giant sculpture of a seed pod that doubles as a playground. So yeah, it's basically a giant adult playground disguised as an arboretum. If you want to experience the Australian wilderness without, venturing too far from civilization, Tidbinbilla Nature Reserve is the place to be. It's just a short drive from the city, but it feels like a whole other world. We're talking eucalyptus forests, hiking trails, and yes, even wild kangaroos. You can literally just walk around and there they are, just chilling in their natural habitat. It's the most Australian thing ever. Just, don't try to pet them. They might look cute, but they can be kind of kicky. Okay, I'm kidding about the aliens, maybe. But the Canberra Deep Space Communication Complex is still seriously cool. It's one of only 3 tracking stations in the world that's part of NASA's Deep Space Network, which basically means they communicate with spacecraft out in the cosmos. Spacecraft? How cool is that? You can learn all about space exploration, see actual rockets and satellites, and even watch live feeds from space. It's like stepping into a real-life Star Wars movie, minus the lightsabers. And there you have it, your ultimate guide to Canberra. Who knew the capital of Australia could be so cool, right? From history and art to nature and space exploration, Canberra really does have something for everyone. So next time you're planning a trip down under, don't sleep on Canberra. It might just surprise you. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Saffron Seekers for more travel adventures. Until next time, peace out.